Hi there, this is David, and today I have some pretty exciting news for y'all. Kind of a short video today as compared to yesterday's video, which is over 5 hours something long, but people were saying that they're going to fall asleep to it, so that's pretty neat. But anyway, today we're going to be talking Final Fantasy. One news item, but it's a pretty exciting news item, and I thought that I'd come to y'all and let you know about it. I am on the Square Enix website, straight from the horse's mouth here, on their release schedule. Looking at some games that we already know about, and then some upcoming games, and there are some games on here that haven't yet even been announced, but they're sitting here on their release schedule. Most notably, I'm looking at the Final Fantasy XIII series to be announced for the PC. Now, this isn't saying Final Fantasy XIII, or Final Fantasy XIII-2, or Final Fantasy XIII-3. This is saying the Final Fantasy XIII series, the entire thing. So it looks to me like this is going to be some sort of definitive edition where they take all three games and put them all in one game, one package, and I can't imagine that they would just release them as they were back on the PS3. I would imagine that they would remaster them, or maybe even add in some quality of life features. You know, it would be really nice if they didn't just remaster them, if they remade them. That would be really frickin' nice, but I don't think that that's gonna happen, but you never ever know. So I think that that's really fascinating, but this also brings up another question. Who asked for this? Like, who asked for this? Final Fantasy XIII was not exactly the most popular entry in the entire series, so it just begs the question, like, why this one? Who really wants this? Like, I know personally, I've played all three of them, and once was enough, if you know what I mean. This isn't exactly a Final Fantasy that I'm going to be double dipping in. This isn't like Final Fantasy 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 9 or even 12. Like, this is one of those kind of like forgetful ones, kind of like Final Fantasy 8. You only gotta play it once, you know what I mean? So it just begs the question, who asked for this? And also, there are other more deserving Final Fantasies out there that deserve this, like, you know, Final Fantasy 6, or the much rumored from the Nvidia leak Final Fantasy 9. How come that isn't on this release schedule? Where is that? Maybe we'll hear about that after Final Fantasy VII comes out. Who knows? So, yeah, it's just interesting. Also interesting to note is that the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake is here to be announced, but the Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D remake is not here, even though those were also announced by Yuji Horii himself. So it's just kind of like, I don't know what's up with this release schedule right here, but hey, we are apparently getting a whole boxed set of Final Fantasy XIII series, only for the PC though, not for the PlayStation, not for the Xbox, just for the PC, which does lead me to believe that they're just going to be upscaled, remastered ports. But you know what would be really cool? I'm gonna, like, go back in time for a little bit right now. Who here remembers Ys 1 and Ys 2? I do! I'm old, I do. So, Ys 1 and Ys 2 were very short Ys games, and each of them was like a direct sequel from one another. And the first time that we got it here in America was in the TurboGrafx-16. But what they did was so cool. What they did was they took Ys 1 and 2 and they meshed them together into one game. And after you played Ys 1, you went directly into Ys 2. There was no separation. Like, your level stayed the same, all your stats stayed the same, everything. It was literally two games meshed into one. If you didn't know that it was two games, you wouldn't have known it at all. It was just so cool how they did it. So, imagine this. Imagine if they took the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy and they meshed them into one big game, where you started with Final Fantasy XIII and then meshed into 13-2, and there was no separation, you know what I mean? All your stats carried over. Everything kind of stayed the same. Same thing with Lightning Returns, the third one. I don't know how they would do something like that, because the games are so different, and because you do control different party members and things like that, so maybe I'm just kind of like pie in the sky right now, but I think that would be frickin' cool if I do say so myself. So, the question really is here, would you buy this? If this came out tomorrow, would you buy this? Would this be like first on your list to buy? I know it wouldn't be on my list to buy, you know, I've still got my PS3 hooked up, still got the games, they're still working just fine, so... And also, they're already on the PC. Like, you can buy these games on the PC, so it just begs the question, like, why is this here? What are they doing? What are they doing? If it's already there on the PC, and that this is a separate thing, it's gotta be remastered. It doesn't say that it's remastered, but it just has to be. And it has to be a package, too, because it's not 3 separate games. So, I'm just putting this out there to let y'all know about this, really, to spread the news, to spread this information to y'all that this is here, that this is definitely a thing. But I also want to get the conversation going, too, about, like, why? You know? That's really my big thing. Why? You know? So, yeah. Let me know all your thoughts on this, your thoughts on the 13 trilogy in general. And, yeah, let me know the answer to these questions, too. What do you feel about this? Let me know in the comments. And as always, have a good day.